Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Spinach, and today I will be telling you how can you apply for your GMC registration to practice as a medical practitioner in the United Kingdom. So let's get started. Let me just start sharing my screen here. So we're going to be talking about steps to GMC registration in the UK now, okay? So the first thing that you have to do is to apply for EPIC verification. Now, to apply for EPIC verification, you can directly go to ECFM's your EPIC verification website where you can find how to do that, okay? When you have done your EPIC verification and you have received the email from EPIC verification that your verification is done from your primary medical school from where you got your medical degree, the second thing that you do is, of course, you have to mention in EPIC as well that you that send this verification to GMC. So they will send the verification to GMC. And now, once it's done, now the second thing that you have to do is apply for good standing certificate from all the medical councils that you are registered in. Now, the thing is, this is something that I got to know after I did my GMC registration already. So in India, the medical councils usually take a lot of time to generate a good standing certificate. Sometimes it may take a month, but if you have applied for your GMC registration, they want the documents within 28 days of your application. Otherwise, they will close your application. So do this. Once you have passed your PLAB 2 examination, try to accumulate all of these documents for yourself. So the first thing is you need to get your EPIC verification done. The second step is to apply for the good standing certificate of good standing from all the medical councils you are registered in. For example, I'm registered in 2 medical councils in India, so I asked them to get me a good standing certificate. Once you have your good standing certificate in your hand, now starts the real process. Now you have to start your documents. So you have to get your documents ready. How would you do that? No, nothing. You have to do nothing. You just have to have these documents ready before you log into your GMC online account. So you have to have your EPIC ID. Once you've done your EPIC verification, you will have your EPIC ID as well. Then you have to be ready with your internship details. You have to be ready with your passport, your name details, and your professional details, as well as your details of registration in different medical councils across the world, and your payment details, details from your credit card or anything else. Now, once you are ready with all your documents, let's get started. You have to open your GMC online account. So you can see here, welcome to your GMC online account. Once you have opened your GMC online account, you need to go to, from home, you need to go to My Registration tab. In My Registration tab, click on My Applications. Once you click on My Applications, this is how your window would look like. So click on Apply in My Applications, and then you will get some, you will actually start getting the screen for the details that you need to fill in. So once you have applied, this is apply here. So once you have applied for your applications, so once you have applied it, this is how the next screen would look like. So now you have to start with filling up your EPIC ID. So whatever ID you got, fill it up and then click on next. So once you've done your primary source verification of credentials, the next thing that the GMC asks is your name details. So fill your full name up and then click on next. Once you've done your full name and clicked on next, this third thing that GMC asks is your internship details. Now, make sure that you do not leave anything empty in here. That means when did your internship start after your, let's say after your final exams? So from there to end of your internship, you have to mention each and every detail. For example, I mentioned in which department was I and in which hospital was I practicing. So you cannot mention just like for a 1-year internship from October 2020 to October 2021. No, you have to mention that how much time you were in this specialty and which hospital were you practicing in. So once you've done that, once you've filled your internship details, the next details that the GMC asks you to fill is step 8, that is your recent professional experience. So this experience starts from the end of your internship. So the day your internship ended, from then onwards to the day to today. So you have to fill everything up. So there are two things that you have to do. Either you have to fill the information from the last 5 years, or you have to fill the information. If your primary medical qualification is less than 5 years ago, then you have to fill everything from the day you entered your internship to the day today. What were you doing? So now here, there are a few things that come in students' mind doctors' mind, who actually start filling up this, that what should I fill up? So you have to click on this add work experience for that. Once you've clicked on add work experience, you will get a screen something like this. Now, don't worry if you were not doing anything for a certain time period. Don't worry if you were studying for a certain time period. Don't worry if you were vacating or doing on vacation for a certain time period. Whatever you were doing, you have to fill up that. You should not lie that you were working somewhere, because GMC has resources and it can contact that particular authority. And if they don't find that you were working somewhere or anything else, they will really blacklist you. So do not fill anything that is wrong. Fill everything that you were doing, even if you were vacating, even if you were, for example, I filled up, for example, if you see here, I filled up that I was doing vacation. I was on vacation or traveling. I was studying for only a few periods of time that I was employed. If I was actually volunteering somewhere, so I wrote I was on volunteering. So your professional experience will have a start date and a finish date. If you're currently working, then put in the current, and then you have to write whatever you're doing. And then these are the questions that will follow: in which country were you engaged in medical practice? What was your grade or post? What was the specialty you were working in? Was it a part-time, full-time job, or is it not applicable that you were doing a job? And the hours of clinical practice that you were doing if you were under medical capacity. And then click on save, and then keep on doing the same thing. Add work experience and click on save. Once you've done that, this is how your screen might look like. Okay, now once you've done you're completed with your work experience, now you have to fill in the details of your previous registration. Okay, so your previous registration is basically where exactly in the world you're registered. For me, I am registered in 2 medical councils in India. So I wrote down the number, my registration number for both of the medical councils in this screen. The next one comes up is on your fitness to practice. So you will be asked a few questions, a very few questions, maybe 9 or 10 questions about if you're fit to practice or not. You just have to mention it accordingly, okay? Once you're done with your questions on fitness to practice, then we move on that you have to declare that you are fit to practice. So you just have to tick on the acceptance of terms and conditions, and that whatever you're saying, whatever you're declaring is the truth. Once you've ticked that box, then there is a final declaration as well, where you have to tick another box. This declaration says to you that GMC will share the information with the authorities that you've mentioned previously. It may try to find out if you're about you from the medical councils you're registered, or your internship details. So this is about final declaration. Once you tick box the final declaration, it takes you to the payment page. So since you're already ready with your card details, so start entering your card details and do your payment, and then they will start processing your application. So for the payment, well, the payment time, the payment always keeps on changing for GMC. So so it may be something today, it may be something tomorrow. So whatever the payment will be, you will get to know on the GMC website whatever you had to pay. For me, I think I had to pay around, I don't know, 170 pounds for the registration for the first year, but then from the next year, it goes to about 400 pounds or something. So once you've done your payment, wait for the GMC's email. So you will receive the email on your registered email account, maybe within 5 minutes, and they will ask you a few documents, and well, make a PDF of those documents and send it back to them. Once you are done, they will also ask, now, when we were filling up this, let's say, when we were filling up the recent professional experience, if you filled up any experience where you were hired on a non-medical post, for example, as a teacher, as a researcher, where you're not actually practicing medicine on dealing with the patients, in that case, you will be asked to send the employer reference form to your employer. So only if you were working in a non-medical post. I had to send 2 reference forms. So I asked 2 of those directors to get me these forms filled up, and then they had to send it from their email ID to GMC. So once it is done, your GMC will start processing your application. You don't have to do anything else. You just have to sit back and relax at this moment, enjoy that you've done something, and well, thank to me that I've created this video. And that is all about today's video. I hope that you got something out of it. And well, it took me time to prepare all of these PowerPoints. So if you liked it, please click on like button. Please share it with your friends if they need it. Any more questions, drop down on my the comment section below. And you can also check out other videos about PLAB 2 and how to approach PLAB 2 on my channel. Bye-bye, take care, and well, be happy always.